What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Beta Memoirs. And Monday started off pretty hot. The morning was filled with a lot of push and pull, only to finish the day with more push and pull. Now, at the end of the week, or not at the end of the week, but the end of the month, in about 2 weeks, we got Jackson Hole. There's still a lot of talk about inflation that's been going on today. And that's why we've been kind of just stagnant. The market doesn't know where to go. There's no real news to push it up. There's no real news to push it down. We do have the infrastructure deal, which is getting talked about, possibly an agreement tomorrow. We'll have to see. The only real thing I'm seeing where the money is flowing is essentially in Bitcoin stocks or in vaccines, or ultimately where the money is essentially flowing at the moment. Everything else is kind of just sat stagnant since then. So we're going to have to see where we go from here. I know we got core CPI data on Wednesday. They're expecting it to be extremely high. So Wednesday might be really important on what's going on. There's a lot of Fed members talking this week. That may play into some things. Ultimately, I think you at this point you really have to watch. We do have earnings as well, so that's something else to keep in mind. So you're going to look for the ones essentially that have momentum at this point, because other than that, everything else is going to remain flat until inflation concerns are addressed in some way, shape, or form. Tomorrow morning, we do have Cisco. We have Fubu and Coinbase and Unity tomorrow after the bell. And then we get some more later on this week. I just want to focus on what's going on tomorrow. We do have AMC after hours today. You also have DDD and Callaway going on here after hours. Being said, I don't have a watch list during these moments. I don't like having a watch list because I think in my mind it would be it would behoove you to pick any kind of position right now. I am currently in HUD. I have a position in Wish, and I also have a position in what else am I holding? AVGR. They're all long positions for me, primarily because of the way the market is. I still think HUD will run off of Bitcoin at some point as well. Since it's got momentum right now, inflation concerns, metals are selling off, Bitcoin is pushing. So I want to see how that correlation ties together. But again, flat. QQQ, same thing. If there's any kind of inflation worries, it's not going to rocket. All your big tech is just going to hold still. Tesla had a couple little nice moves. If you're trading intraday, I don't like this intraday because even the ranges are really tight. So that's one thing I do not like. Facebook had a lot of these have had nice little pops in the morning. I don't want to get caught in this because there's a lot of whipsaw unless you are grabbing edges, which can sometimes be extremely hard to do. Sometimes it's better just to sit out. I am holding some HUD. I think, you can't really go off of any kind of trends or anything. This is just the new IPO. It does have earnings next week, and you do got Bitcoin running. I think there's a strong possibility this could pump one more time. Volume, although it was low today, a lot of volume is low just because of the fact that of what's going on. Coin had massive volume today, and then they do have earnings tomorrow. Something I talked about in the weekly update. Something to keep a watch on. If Bitcoin does continue to push, coin continue to push, and then it will come on earnings. Earnings may dump it, and then it might retract quite quickly. So that might be something to watch Wednesday morning. MSTR, another big one that runs with Bitcoin. We'll have to see how Bitcoin continues on. Apple flat, Amazon flat. Shop has still been a pretty decent mover, even though it doesn't look like it's moved much. It's actually moved quite a bit. It moves about $50, close to $50 out of whack a day, about $30 a day. So I do like playing coin when we start getting in tight ranges. Not highly recommended. It's not unless you are have been day trading for a while, I would not be trying to day trade shop because it can go against you very fast. I did get Wish this morning. I grabbed shares on this. I wasn't able to get. I didn't want to grab calls in this only because I don't like the whipsaw and I don't want my contracts to get chewed up. I did grab some calls on Hood only because they were further out, December calls. Let's see. Google did have a nice push today as one of the few that did actually push, but then kind of died out. Wing is dying off. Roblox actually had a massive push. I'm kind of upset at this because I was going to try to grab it back here, and I didn't because the market was looking poor then. I was actually looking at this on Friday. I wanted to see if it would come into my zone, and this morning it opened up. It wasn't even my zone, and it popped. So it's got earnings next week, so I expect that to actually run quite a bit. So that might be a good one for continuation. You do have Myrna, which has been an absolute monster for the past, say, 3 weeks, a month. It's been doing nothing but go up. Since this is the leader in vaccines right now, let me see here. That is pretty much what I got. I get Airbnb as well. They have earnings. I think for Airbnb, I'll probably look. Airbnb's earnings is on. I'm trying to look here when it is. Airbnb is on Thursday after close. So Friday might be a good play continuation of this. You also have Wish on Thursday and Disney on Thursday. But a lot of this is, again, inflation concerns. People want to see if it is in fact transitory or if it is not. So that's something to keep in mind. I want to see what's going on. Ultimately, everyone wants to see what's going on. The market isn't going to make bigger moves until it understands what exactly kind of inflation we are dealing with here. Kathy Woods is pointing out that it is looking more like deflationary, the good kind. So we'll have to see if that's the way it plays out. Obviously, it's going to take time. You have to be patient. We're trending sideways. Did that kind of on Friday. Did that again today. Infrastructure bill might move some stuff tomorrow if it does get signed. Especially, it will move Bitcoin a lot. That's one thing to keep in mind. If they decide to wait on Bitcoin tax or crypto tax and put that in some later on bill, that could be huge. The delay in that would push crypto up quite a bit. So I'm thinking that's a strong possibility. There was talk of it today. I think there's a strong possibility that ends up going through. If that is the case, then we can definitely see what happens with crypto. So definitely stay where the money is flowing. Again, right now it's Roblox. Gaming is still very strong, especially because of Activision and their earnings. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with Roblox. But ultimately, again, crypto and vaccines right now are where the money is at. So kind of stay along there. If you don't want to even play those, if you don't want to intraday or swing some of them, I am not really swinging any of those. The ones I've taken position in are, I liked where Wish was at. I was lucky able to grab it this morning. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to grab it before it took off. And it has earnings, so that's why I do like Wish. And I do like Hood, again, for crypto play on top of it to see how that correlates and see if this pushes up with everything else. So with that being said, if you've made it this far, remember to hit the like button and subscribe. It is a short video, but there's not a lot going on. It's kind of more of a market state. You have to see how the market's going to play. Once we get better positions and everything, we'll have more call outs. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later.